Details on a troubled building near downtown Minneapolis.
Following a WCCO report, the city of Minneapolis says it will knock it down. Yesterday, we told you about the ongoing problems at the Dundry House. A fire gutted the building a month ago. It was supposed to be abandoned before that, but many squatters have moved back in. Here is Adam Duxter's report with more background.
It's just heartbreaking. My heart sinks every time I come by here.
For Will Delaney and the Hope Community nonprofit, this is years of frustration hitting a peak.
I think every day that it stays standing, we are risking another fire, another major incident.
For more than 2 decades, they used this building as transitional housing to help people out of homelessness. But the nonprofit says hundreds of thousands spent on private security couldn't stop the surge in crime. When someone stole the water and gas lines last June, the final straw. Hope Community boarded the building and looked to sell. Since then, squatters have taken over. In the past 18 months here, nearly 150 911 calls and 9 overdoses.
It is like the bottom dropping out kind of moment. Immediately I knew, oh no, we've got a major problem.
And then the building went up in flames. More than a dozen squatters living inside. Delaney said he petitioned the city to just tear it down.
They said that because this was not an emergency, it didn't meet their emergency definition for what requires demolition by the city, that it was up to the property owner to demolish it. We do not have the resources. It's a couple $100,000 to demolish a building.
In the weeks since, people back inside.
It's a lot going on here. It's a lot. The police are always here. The fire department's always here.
Frustrating neighbors like Alex Johnson.
I don't know if there's anything extra that the police can even do.
Delaney says he's at his wit's end. A building meant to be hope for the homeless, now compounding the crisis.
This is not a case of negligent landlords who are not paying attention and don't care what happens. We care very much, and we are trying our best, and we just need help from the city and other partners to do what's right here.
In Minneapolis, Adam Duxter, WCCO News.
And Adam joins us now. So Adam, you said the city called you today.
So yes, and here's the process. The city says they can tear this building down, but it's still going to be something that Will Delaney and Hope Community would have to pay for. And there's a process that they have to go through, and it could take months for the city to ask for a contractor to bid on this proposal. Then it would have to go through city council. And the folks who own this building, their concern is every day it stays standing, there's people inside. There's 911 calls almost every single day to this building.
They're responsible for that building.
They're responsible for that building. And the city did tell me, they said, if it's a matter of them wanting it down sooner, it's on them to find their own contractor that would do it, request the permits from the city, get those permits approved, and then they could tear it down, and that could still take weeks. And either way, this nonprofit is on the hook for hundreds of thousands of dollars that it's going to cost to tear this building down.
In the meantime, is it just back to boarding it up? Is it putting security around? We got about 20 seconds. What do we do here?
They've paid over $500,000 in private security, and it has not helped. They board this building up. The next day, people are inside. $500,000 in private security, and they put the boards up, and people just keep getting in. They say that it is known in the unhoused community that it is a place to go. And so they feel like they're begging for help from the city, and the city says, here's what we can do.
Well, let's hope this process speeds up if possible. Thank you, Adam.